Hi guys! Welcome to day 20 of our free of cat review. And wala na tayong mathematics portion today. Ang i-discuss na lang natin is science. Kasi yung mathematics portion kasi is today for cumulative review lang siya ng arithmetic, algebra, and ng word problems din. So, ma-access lang yan if you purchase these files for 150 pesos by sending me a DM here in my TikTok. Tapos dito naman tayo sa physics, dito na tayo sa science portion. So ang topic natin is work, energy, power, and momentum. So para makapag-start, i-define muna natin kung ano ba ang work, energy, and power. So guys, sa work, energy, power, and momentum kasi, marami kasing formula dyan. So ang pinakakailangan mo talaga na skill dito is dapat alam mo kung ano yung formula na gagamitin mo, and kailangan din marunong kang mag-track ng units. Yun yung sobrang kailangan pagdating sa topic na to. So, okay, start na tayo sa work. In physics, work is done only when a force causes an object to move. So, ang formula kasi dyan, guys, is work equals force times displacement. It is measured in joules or also called Newton meters. So, pushing on a wall that never moves does zero work. Halimbawa, kung itong pader na to i-push ko, di ba hindi gagalaw? Walang work doon. Pero kapag gumalaw yan, o kaya pigilan ko siya gumalaw, tsaka magkaka-work, 'di ba? Pag gumalaw in the same direction, halimbawa ito. Pag inano ko to here, pag ganun, valid this object is moving in the same direction as my force, as the force I'm inputting, then positive yung work. Pero kapag halimbawa ito pag ganito, tapos nagso-slow down siya kasi gawa ng force ko dito, negative work na yung operation doon or yung sign, okay? So next naman dito naman tayo sa energy. So there are two kinds of energy, potential and kinetic energy. Didiscuss din natin yung law of conservation of energy. So guys, energy is the capacity to do work. Kinetic energy, ito yung formula niya. KE equals 1 half over mv squared. It is the energy an object has because it is moving. So guys, kapag nagalaw, ang tawag doon is kinetic energy. So the more mass or speed it has, the more kinetic energy it carries. Gravitational potential energy naman, and ito yung formula para sa kanya, mass times the acceleration due to gravity times height, it is stored energy due to an object's height above a reference point. May slide dito, tire ito, gulong. Bale, may potential energy na yan dyan, tapos naka-store lang yan, tapos gagalaw yan, diba? Gaganon. Ayun yung potential energy na meron siya nung nasa top, may magiging kinetic energy siya. Okay? So, yun nga, the higher an object is lifted, the more potential energy it stores. The law of conservation of energy states that energy cannot be created or destroyed, only converted from one form to another. So, yun yung sinasabi ko. Bali, yung potential energy mo, nagiging kinetic energy yon kapag nagalaw na. So, sa power naman tayo. Power is the rate at which work is done. So, ang formula sa kanila, guys, is power P is equal to W divided by T, measured in watts. Tapos, guys, ang watts nga pala, ang 1 watt is equal to 1 joule per second. Two machines can do the exact same amount of work, but the one that finishes faster is more powerful. Kaya nga, kapag yung small motor can eventually move the same load as a large one given enough time, but only the large motor can move it quickly, diba? So mas powerful yung large motor. So yun yung full concept about power. So move naman tayo sa momentum and impulse. Momentum is a moving object's quantity of motion. Kasi ito yung formula sa kanya, E equals mv. It explains why a slow moving truck is harder to stop than a fast-moving bicycle of similar speed range. Mass matters just as much as speed. So, syempre, ang truck, mas mahirap siya pigilan, di ba? Kaysa sa, kahit pa mabagal gumalaw yung truck, mas mahirap siya pigilan kaysa sa mabilis gumalaw na bike. Yun yung dinidescribe ng momentum. So, impulse, guys, yun naman yung change in momentum. A longer contact time means a smaller force is needed, which is exactly why catching a ball with a give in your arms hurts less than catching it against a rigid arm. and why crumple zones in cars extend collision time to reduce the force felt by passengers. Kaya, ayun guys, physics matters a lot, especially in real world situations. Tas, eto, meron din tayong conservation of momentum and collisions. Ang law of conservation of momentum naman states that in a closed system with no external forces, total momentum before an event equals total momentum after it. So, ayun nga, hindi dapat nagbabago ang momentum. This is the key principle behind analyzing any collision. So, there are two kinds of collisions kasi, which are elastic collision and inelastic collision. Sa elastic collision, both momentum and kinetic energy are conserved, and the objects bounce off each other without permanently deforming billiard balls. Halimbawa, billiard balls, di ba? Kapag ipagbangga mo sila, gaganon lang sila, di ba? Pakak, gaganon. Tapos naman, sa inelastic collision, nakakonserve pa rin yung momentum, pero yung kinetic energy hindi. Nakatulad yan ng kapag dalawang kotse magbanggaan. Some of it converts into heat, sound, or deformation, yung kinetic energy. Kapag may dalawang objects na nag-stick together talaga after mag-collide, ang tawag doon is perfectly inelastic collision. And the two masses can be treated as one combined object moving at a shared final velocity. Tapos ito naman yung formula dyan. M1 plus V1 plus M2 plus V2 equals M1 plus M2 times the final velocity. So, ayun guys, ito yung teaching analogy dyan. Meron ding worked examples dito, pati quick practice para makapag-practice din kayo. So, ayun, make sure na nakapag-avail na po kayo ng mga reviewers na to, mock exams and files, para po para maging masaya-saya rin tayo, di ba? Kasi sobrang helpful talaga nito guys, lahat ng files na to, all topics na nandito. So, ayun guys, I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye!